7:38. Welcome back to the K-News Morning Show. I'm Mike Mazingo.
And good morning. I'm Gene Nichols, in for Kevin Holmes today.
Thank you for being here, Gene.
Happy to be here and happy to have our guest, Joe Wallace, on the line, the CEO and Chief Innovation Officer of the Coachella Valley Economic Partnership. We've spoken to Joe before. Joe, welcome. Good morning.
Thank you, and good morning to you.
Explain a little bit about this million mask giveaway, who it's going to help, and who decided that this was going to be something we should go forward with before the end of this year.
Okay, well, this originated, it was an idea that our chairperson, Randy Florence, who is our board member from U.S. Bank, his cousin has the same job in Fresno that I have. And they talk to each other sometime, and she says, well, I got 1 million masks from this group at the state, the California Governor's Office of Emergency Services. Maybe you can too. So he kind of ran with it, and when it got to the point that he opened the door, and we have a GIS capacity at CVEP, and we did an analysis of all the different businesses and things in the valley, and we said, okay, if we just covered everything and everybody, we need X mask, and the number was 4 million. Wow. And they said, well, but everybody won't participate, and some people work from home and all this stuff. So maybe if you came back with a proposal that says half of the businesses and half of those will participate, we'll consider it. And we did, and we came back with this proposal that was 1.44 million masks, I think 96,000 sanitizer bottles, are about a pint each, and 40-some-odd thousand face shields, and we sent it in. When they said that, I thought, yeah, they're probably coaching us here. And about 2 weeks later, we got the email that said, yes, you're approved. When would you like them, and where would you like us to send them? And we responded. So they showed up last Wednesday, and the 7-person team of CVEP plus our chairman waited over there, rented a forklift, and filled up our warehouses with this material. And so that's what got it going, and right now that's where it all sits. And but of course you've seen our press release, so we're working with our cities, who can then in turn work with whoever they want, whether it's their chambers or they want to handle it themselves, they can. But our team doesn't have the size to deal with distributing all of this. So we gave our partners the opportunity to work and get it out there into their businesses. And we're very pleased to do it. The value of all of this stuff, I looked on Amazon, and if I were to go out and buy it all, it's well past $1 million. So it's CVEP's $1 million Christmas gift to the businesses of the Coachella Valley.
Indeed. The million mask giveaway. When are these items, as far as you can determine, because we're coming up on the end of the year, so when can you best assess when the cities are going to get this and when that distribution will begin, or has it already started?
The cities will be picking them up from us next Tuesday, and then it's up to them to decide where and who and, all on who gets it. Now, we have actually had them for a week, and I've been playing the mask fairy. So I've got a car full of this stuff, and when I could go out to eat prior to last Sunday, when I'd go out to eat, I'd go in the restaurant and I'd carry in a bag of masks and a box of sanitizer, and I'd say, this is a gift from the Coachella Valley Economic Partnership, and they were just like, oh wow. That stuff that you just carried in the bags would have cost me $350. And what do you want for it? I said, nothing. I want you to succeed. I want you to make money. I want you to, first survive, and then let's get back to prospering. But this is something we can do for you. And I did it about 7 or 8 places, and it made me feel good, and it helped them. It's just like handing them money, because it's stuff they have to buy anyway. So, something we're very happy to be able to do for the businesses of the Valley.
Well, Joe, you guys over there at CVEP not only collect protective equipment for the businesses here in the Coachella Valley, but you guys do a lot of other things to help businesses grow and prosper. I was just talking to Gene off the air, and he was mentioning a program that you guys are doing where you're trying to encourage other types of businesses to come to the Coachella Valley. Not so much service-based industry, but manufacturing, tech, green business, things like that. Can you tell us a little bit about some of CVEP's other efforts?
Yes, that's what he's talking about is what we call our iHubs or innovation hubs. We have 3 in Palm Springs, Palm Desert, and Indio. And what we try to do is attract entrepreneurs, and they don't have to be from somewhere else, but if they are, that's good too, because organic entrepreneurship is the best way to keep growth. A lot of people don't realize that Apple's world headquarters is about 4 miles from the garage it started in. Until last week, Hewlett-Packard's world headquarters was very close to the garage that it started in Palo Alto. So, the 2 indicators of where entrepreneurs go when they start something that gets real big, it's either the town they lived in and grew up in or the town they went to college in. And right now, we don't really have a college that's turning out tech degrees. That's another thing that CVEP works on is trying to chart the course for the history. We have to have a 4-year college. Mm-hmm. We have to maintain good bandwidth, at least to the level that you can work from home. You don't have dropouts and things like that. So we advocate for what it takes to have a prosperous future, and then we try to promote the people who will either grow from here or come in here from elsewhere to use these assets that we've put into place. One of the things we're really working hard on right now is you read about I'll call it the malaise of the coast of California. Like the rent's $7,000 a month for a 1-bedroom, and your commute's 2 hours, and all this mess. And this year, guess what? You can't get out of your house. You can't go to the grocery store, and they've had riots in the streets. So why wouldn't you just move down here? We have essentially no commute, compared to the Bay Area. I lived up there for a while. It was a madhouse. And, these people that can work from home, they can come from these coastal things. I call them coastal refugees. And we've got a pretty good stream of them coming in. And you can see it because our housing prices are rising. And that's what they do. They sell something up there that's a Quonset hut for $4 million and come down here and buy themselves a mansion for $800,000.
Yeah, that's happening all over. I've got family in the real estate business, and they're busier than ever. Extended family who's selling their homes in L.A. and moving to places like the Coachella Valley or even to Texas because you can get much more bang for your buck when you get outside the big city. So there's definitely a lot of movement coming out to areas like the Coachella Valley, which, hey, it's good for us.
Yes, it is. And, the Uber entrepreneur, Elon Musk, just announced he's moving to Texas.
He did.
Yeah. You know how much it's going to save him in taxes when he gets his stock option bonus?
Lots.
He's going to save more in taxes than I'm going to make in a lifetime is what he's going to get by going to Texas.
He's going to save 16.8 billion is what he's going to save. So it's not more than you'll make in a lifetime.
I appreciate your optimism.
Like mine, yeah, it's no. It's more than your entire bloodline has made since Moses came off the mountain, dude. and it's probably more than they'll make whenever the fireball hits us someday.
Yeah, you're probably right.
We're talking with Joe Wallace, CEO and Chief Innovation Officer of Coachella Valley Economic Partnership, or CVEP. I'm Gene Nichols, along with Mike Mazingo here on K-News 94.3, 104.7 on the FM dial. Joe, you guys have a website, lots of information there about the Million Mask giveaway and the PPE that you have available that you're using with the cities to get into the hands of small businesses and charities and others here. And other information there, maybe some fledgling business entrepreneurs can tap into that website and get what they're needing and get a little boost and go forward from there, right?
That would be wonderful. That's www.cvep.com. And we've got a link to the Million Mask giveaway, and we've got links to all of the information about what this region offers our business community and those who are interested in moving here.
Excellent. Well, let's hope for the best in the future. 2020 has been difficult, but let's face it, we're still stumbling through, and we're optimistic. Are you optimistic going into 2021 for what the economy here in the desert can do, even if we renew or resume some type of travel and tourism even a little bit?
I'm optimistic for our future. And when we get to have big events, for instance, the Coachella Fest, it takes a while to plan it. So if everybody in the valley got vaccinated and COVID got burned off the face of the earth tomorrow, I don't think they could have it in April. But they could have it in the fall. And so for the big events that we're really well known for, we're hoping that they have those and hold them in the fall. But the long term, this can be an absolute catalyzing event that finally gets local leaders to work regionally and to work together to try and diversify this economy and to support places like CVEP or CVEP 2 that are here for the sole purpose of getting us off of the dependence on our easiest industry, which is, look out, it's beautiful this morning. It's probably snowing back where I came from, but we're always going to have tourism, and we need to take the efforts to get that back. That's the cash cow. But, you got to remember, it took 75 years to build the most vibrant tourism industry in the United States, and we have it. But when the planes don't fly and the restaurants aren't open and people are fighting each other, over Airbnbs and stuff like that, tourists have to have a place to eat, they have to have a place to stay, and they have to be able to enjoy themselves, or they won't come back. So we concentrate on those things. We get these vaccines out there. Yes, our future is going to be great. It may not be great in January or February, but somewhere down the line, we'll get all of the tourism business back. It's probably going to take 4 or 5 years. But we need to make investments to bring other kinds of industries in, to have the fundamentals that we need, like bandwidth and a 4-year university, to set the people that are growing up here into positions where they can excel in something other than hospitality. Because we've got a lot of people that are already trained in that. They're valuable, they're good, and you know what? I'd like to see them all get a little bit of a raise. They deserve it.
Joe Wallace, thanks so much for joining us, CEO and Chief Innovation Officer of CVEP. Always great to talk with you, Joe. We'll talk again soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.